9 years later. I walked into the village square, no longer trying to hide in the shadows with Alara as a scared little girl. Now, I moved freely through the village square as a teenage girl, my confidence growing with each step. The villagers, who had once looked upon me with suspicion, now nodded in greeting, their faces showing respect and curiosity. Alara had trained me well over the past few years. I had grown both physically and magically, my abilities becoming more refined and powerful. The once overwhelming sensations of magic within me were now familiar, and I could control them with ease. I looked around the village and spotted some boys my age looking over to me from across the dusty street. I recognized what they were doing. Back when I was a boy, I used to go girl watching, and apparently, I was the rare beauty in their mind. I was the girl who barely came to the town, and I was the girl who lived with the village healer. But I wondered what they would think if they knew who I really was. Smiled politely at them, feeling a mixture of amusement and sadness. They saw only the exterior, the girl I had become. None of them knew the truth of my past, the royal blood that still flowed within me, or the dark curse that had transformed my life. As I continued through the market, I noticed a familiar figure standing by a stall filled with herbs and potions. Marcus had aged, his hair streaked with gray, but his eyes still held that sharp, intelligent gleam. He waved me over, a warm smile on his face. "Isabella," he greeted, using the name I had adopted. "It's good to see you." "And you, Marcus," I replied, hugging him briefly. "How are things?" He sighed, glancing around to make sure no one was listening. Tense. Sir Roderick's grip on the kingdom tightens every day. The people are growing restless, but they are also afraid. I nodded, feeling a familiar pang of anger at the mention of Sir Roderick. We need to move forward with our plans. The time for action is coming. Marcus looked at me, his expression serious. "Alara has taught you well. Are you ready for what lies ahead?" "I am," I said firmly. "I've waited 9 years for this. We can't wait any longer." He nodded, satisfied. "Tonight, then. We will meet at the old mill and discuss our next steps." I returned to the cottage, my thoughts racing. Alara was in her bed, sound asleep, her frail form was a stark reminder of the years that had passed. She had devoted so much of her life to guiding and protecting me, and now it was my turn to act. What did Marcus have to say? Alara asked, awakening to me, stoking the fire in the fireplace. I turned to face her, my expression serious. He said, "The time has come. We need to move forward with our plans. Tonight, we meet at the old mill to finalize everything." Alara nodded, a tired but resolute look in her eyes. "Good. It's time, Isabella. You've grown into a formidable young woman, and your magic is strong. But remember, this journey will be perilous. Sir Roderick is a cunning and powerful foe." "I know," I replied, determination stealing my voice. "But I'm ready. We can't let him continue his reign of darkness." Alara smiled faintly. "I'm proud of you, Alistair. You have the heart of a true leader. Now, go and rest for a while. You'll need your strength for tonight." Alara is the only one who calls me Alistair. Not that anyone could guess my real name is not really Isabella. I nodded and settled down on a small cot by the fire, my mind too full of plans and possibilities to find peace. But before I could say anything, I heard Alara say one more thing to me. "I had a vision, Alistair," she said weakly. "In my vision, a young warrior will rise, born from the ashes of your former self. This warrior will lead our people to victory and reclaim the throne. But to do so, you will have to sacrifice something. You must be that warrior, Alistair. Embrace your destiny and let the magic within you guide your path." "Sacrifice what?" I asked, but Alara never said, instead she just fell back asleep. Her words resonated deep within me, filling me with a renewed sense of purpose. I knew that the road ahead would be fraught with danger, but I was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With Alara's guidance and the support of allies like Marcus, I would rise to fulfill my destiny and restore justice to our kingdom.